Hey guys, for Phonics and Language today, I want you to practice phonics charts 12 and 13 out loud. Remember, I always want you to practice these charts even though we do it every single day. I want you to continue practicing them so that you have them memorized. And then we're going to jump into this lesson today. Now, there are some words that we're going to talk about today that we use all the time in all of our sentences, and they're just kind of there and we don't realize how much we use them or what they're used for. There are three small words like this. They are the words a and the. A and the. Three small words, and we use them all the time. They actually tell us about nouns. So that means they are actually adjectives that we don't really think about being adjectives, but they tell us about nouns. But they have special rules for when we use them, and we don't really notice that we use them this way, but they do follow certain rules. So we're going to learn those rules today so we know exactly when to use a, and, or the. So the first one, a, we use it all the time. Sometimes we say a, sometimes we say So we use before a word that begins with a consonant. So the word that we are talking about has to start with a consonant, then we use a before it. A or So a, b, b is a consonant, b is a consonant sound. So we're going to say a, b or a, b. We also have toad. T is a consonant sound, so we're going to use a toad. We can't use an, it wouldn't work there, and here's why. We use it before a word that begins with a vowel. So they're different. You have to be careful about which one you use. A goes before words that start with a consonant, and goes before words that start with a vowel. Also, they both also go before the words. They don't ever go after the word, they go before the word. So, and, it has to be a word that starts with a vowel. This is the word apple, it starts with an A, that's a vowel, so we're gonna use an apple. We do not say a apple, that doesn't work. We have to say an apple. Then this one is the word inch. It starts with an I is a vowel, so we have to use an inch. We do not say a inch. It's an inch. Next we have the word the. The is a little bit different. The is used before a specific person, place, or thing. The can be used with words that start with a consonant or a vowel. It doesn't matter, but it's if we are talking about a specific thing. So these ones, a bee or a toad, would be any bee, any toad. A bee flew to a flower. A toad hopped over the stream. Those would be any of those things. Or an apple. I see an apple. An inch. Okay, those are not specific. The comes in when we're talking about specific person, place, or thing, specific nouns. So it would be the boy. Boy starts with a consonant, so we can use it because it doesn't matter when we use the. So the boy. It's not just any boy, the boy that went to the market. You know which boy I'm talking about when I say the boy. Okay? Or the umbrella. Umbrella starts with a U, that's a vowel, but we can still use the. The works with either one. The umbrella, not just any umbrella, but the umbrella with polka dots. So, the is specific. It's a certain person, place, or thing that you're talking about. A and an could be any of those nouns. Any person, place, or thing. But a is used before a word that starts with a consonant. And is used before a word that starts with a vowel. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. We went over those way at the beginning of the year. You learned those back in kindergarten, so you should know your vowels by now. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Consonants are any other letter. Anything other than A, E, I, O, U. So that's our lesson for today. Let's look at your worksheet together. The paw print at the top, we are on page 269. The paw print at the top reminds you of A and rules. So in section 1, you're going to put A or an in front of those words. So you need to look, read those words, look and see, does it start with a consonant or does it start with a vowel? And that's going to help you decide to put A or an on the line. Section 2, read the sentences. Use proofreader's marks to correct the mistakes. Use the delete mark to change a word. In the red box, it shows you all of our proofreader's marks. 3 lines to capitalize, SP to change the spelling, a swirly to delete something, a caret to insert something, LC to make sure that that letter needs to be lowercase. They even have an example for you. Example, I ate an apple for my snack. So they deleted A and turned it into an because it goes in front of apple, which means it starts with a vowel, so it must use the word an, not A. For my snack, snack is spelled wrong. So they put SP, but they forgot to write the real spelling of snack, which is SNACK. So let me tell you how many corrections there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 corrections total. So that could be, actually I'll break it down for you even more. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 words that need to be capitalized. There are 1, 2 words that are spelled wrong. You would sound it out the same, but it's spelled wrong. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 things you need to delete. Sometimes it's changing it to a different word. Sometimes it's just taking it out to change it to a different punctuation. There are 2 times you're going to use a caret. 1 to add punctuation, 1 to change punctuation. And lowercase, we have 2 words that need to be lowercase. They have capital letters, but they need to be made lowercase. And then that brings us to dictation. We have 2 lines of dictation, 3 sets of lines on each line. So we are going to write 3 words on the top line. I'm gonna say the root word. You're gonna write the root word plus ing. Okay? You're gonna write the root word and add the ending ing. So the first word, the root word is talk. Talk. The second word on the first line is the word catch. Catch. The third word is the word drive. Drive. Okay? All 3 of those, you were supposed to write the root word and add the ending ing. Then on the second line, I'm going to say the root word, and you're going to add the ending ed. You're going to add the suffix ed. So the first one is the word smile. Smile. The second one is the word hop. Hop. The third word is the word scrub. Scrub. So going back to the first line, the first word you should have written was the word talking, because I told you to write the root word and add the ending ing. The second word you should have written was catching. The third word is the word driving, but because drive ends in an E, you were supposed to take off the E and then add ing. Second line, we have the first word is the word smiled. All you had to do was add a D on the end of the word smile. The second word was the word hop. So you should have written hopped, which you need to double the P and then add the ending because it is a short vowel. And then the third word was the word scrub, and you were supposed to write scrubbed. And again, it's a short vowel, so you were supposed to double the B and then add the ending. Now, on the back, section 1, match the words to make compound words. Write the compound words on the logs for the campfire. You are going to use all of the words in the red box. Match them with another word that makes sense. It'll make a total of 5 words, 1 for each log. You're going to go through and try and see which ones make sense together. For example, if you use foot and bell, footbell, is that a compound word you've heard before? No, that's not a compound word that we've heard before. It's not a real compound word. So you need to keep trying until you find one that matches with foot. Some of these are the first word, some of these are the second word, so be careful, you might have to try multiple times. Number 2, choose the correct word to finish each sentence. These are homonyms. They sound the same, but they're spelled different and they mean different things. Look at them, which one fits into the sentence the right way. Section 3, mark the sentences, diagram the sentences. Read your diagrams to see if they make sense. So, you're going to underline the subject once, the verb twice, and then split the sentence between subject and verb. Then you're going to put those words on the diagrams next to it. So you should have the subject on the left and the verb on the right. And that's it for phonics and language. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.